What is up, everybody? We're live. This is Justin from Party Rental Knowledge. My buddy Adam Opper.
What's up?
We're here with the episode number 10 of the Party Rental podcast. This would be episode 10 of the Party Rental podcast. Last episode was just us kind of getting into it and letting everybody know we're back and live. We'll do this last week. I used to do this with Adam Keller last year, and now we're trying to get into consistency, better branding, better information, and that's really what this episode is actually about, is better branding. So I figure we'll get right into it right now. Creative branding. As you see, you want to start doing some creative branding with your marketing. Actually, let me do this real quick. Feel free to ask us anything. We'll answer your questions about branding first. Then we'll answer about your questions about other questions, random stuff at the end. But feel free to ask us about anything about branding. If you don't know, we basically teach tips and tricks in the party rental industry. But I'll go into the little presentation that we have about branding. Better introduction, and just start throwing slides in front of all your faces while you're still signing in. If you're watching on the replay, we do this live every week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're trying to do this every single week. So, creative branding. You want to have some creative branding, do some cool stuff. You want to brand your business. Just randomly throwing logos out there and just willy-nilly winging it isn't going to work all the time. It's not how you have a professional brand. So, a little bit about me. Well, I'm Justin. I started Party Rental Knowledge. And I basically like I like branding, I like marketing, and I like teaching people and educating people in the party rental industry. So a little bit about you and your branding expertise, Adam.
Yeah, started out doing tents, tables, chairs, and bounce houses, and now we do mainly into luxury brand. But I look like crap today. It literally just came off a delivery, but I have my Prada glasses on, so that's something. But
that is a luxury brand.
Yes, it is.
So we'll go right into this third slide here. Why brand? Why you should brand? What is the reason you should brand? What does it really consist of being a good brand? Well, when you brand, you can actually stand out in a crowded market. Strong brand differentiates you from competitors, attracts customers who resonate with your values. You really want to build trust and loyalty. A consistent brand identifies and fosters trust and encourages repeat business. And you can command and pricing. A well-developed brand justifies higher prices by conveying quality and exclusivity. So these are some of the reasons. There's a million reasons you want to do brand. When I first started out working, let's see here. There we go. When I first started my party rental company, I felt like, okay, the easiest way I can make myself look as big as the competitors is brand. Is coming out looking like, oh, I have a professional logo, I have a professional website. The other people have a professional logos. The other people have professional websites. That's one of the reasons, but it goes into deeper than just logos and websites and colors. It's also, I'm also the company that always answers the phone. I'm also the company that responds to you through text. I'm also the company that has online booking. These are all things for a brand. Like even one of my slogans for the company is, I should have wore just in case party rentals shirt. I could change the one. I have one right now too, but even on the shirt it says we have everything just in case.
That's good.
Because it's just in case party rentals. It's just trying to convey a message of what you offer, what you do, and what you stand for. So brand is a lot to get into. We are not going to be able to get into everything in the brand, but we will for sure try to do that for you today. We'll just keep throwing information at it. So you have any more to say about the subject of why you should brand?
Well, I'm looking I think like when people are watching this video right now, they can obviously see, you bring your branding right now, and you don't even realize it, like with your office and things behind you. For people to listen, most people, then they're just starting out, they don't have an office, they don't have anything. So it automatically, just based upon where you're at, is branding. It's a feeling that you're getting from watching what you do, who you are, whatever. It's a big thing. I mean, you can brand just starting out, and people will think you're a massive business, just like what you said just a few minutes ago. So branding's huge. I love branding. I think branding is, at least for my business, it's everything. Like, we spend a ton of time on branding. So yeah.
What are some of the ways that branding has helped you in your party rental business?
Well, really everything. When it comes to us, like working with corporate events, like for to be broad, so it works more with most people. But if you're working with schools, corporate events, wedding planners, they don't want to be embarrassed. I think that's their number one thing. Yes, they want you to perform. They want you to have the right stuff, but from your staff, your trucks, your cars, if their clients happen to go on your website, absolutely everything, like you're a reflection of those people, and if you're not set up right, they may not even choose to work with you just because you don't look right. Like for me, like here's a branding thing for me. So I'm the owner of the company, but I was out delivering a product today. The people who we delivered to didn't know I was the owner, because wanted to look like a regular delivery guy. I didn't want to look like the owner. I just want to be some, hey, I'm working here at nighttime, just trying to make some extra money for Christmas, and that's what I want people to feel. I don't want them to know I'm the owner, because that makes our business feel small if the owner is going out there. But I go out on deliveries all the time, but I always try to look like what my guys would look like, or what another company would look like with their guys that are going out. So I try to wear a hoodie that's a little bit too big, pants that don't fit right, and just kind of have the attitude like, yeah, it's a good job. Here you go. Here's your stuff. But
I
I'm not trying to like, uh, I'm not trying to
be the
care
owner
as
and
much.
be the boss. When I go on deliveries, I don't like, unless it's like a very very big job and I'm trying to sell something. I don't like to be the owner on a job.
Mm-mm.
People like to like nitpick more and they want discounts, all kinds of stuff.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
I have a whole different name for me when I'm on deliveries that people call me.
Yeah,
Uh,
we get stuff all the time like, "Hey, can you set up these chairs for us?" Yeah, give me one moment. Let me call the office. Let me see like what our time schedule is. There's probably gonna be an extra charge for that. Let me go call. Oh no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you. So there's so many benefits of not being the owner.
it
Um,
really is, especially in the in person situations. Which you're selling. Sometimes there's benefits when you're going to sell some jobs.
yeah.
Um, so branded logos, design a memorable logo. It should be your simple, recognizable, and reflect your brand personally, your brand personality. Ugh. So basically, what this is saying, you want a logo that people are going to remember. I personally didn't want a logo that had a tent in it or a bounce house in it because I didn't want to just be known for any of those items.
That's
I
smart.
want to be I want to be known as the guy that has the cannon on his logo and isn't just in case, and and the name almost stands out more than the logo does. We have everything just in case, but I do things with the branding, even the colors, red, white, and blue. Buffalo. We're an all American city. We have all kinds of different American like sports teams. Uh, the Bills are red, white, and blue. Just all kinds of businesses around Buffalo. They have that theme, red, white, and blue. I'm sure there's colors like even like there's some color schemes in your area wherever you are, and if there is stuff like that, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Mardi Gras colors in Louisiana. That stuff flies for party rental event companies. Like choosing those colors as your business. Um, I'm I'm a Steelers fan mostly too, but like I like the Bills, but I go heavy with the Bills now because it makes me more money being a Bills fan. Uh, It's seriously. So it's like on brand, those colors. Also just the just in case. We have everything just in case. I've started playing on that by like that wording to the point where it's like, okay, packages, you want everything. We have everything, so you want everything because we have it here. Ask us for everything. We can handle it all. So it just gets people talking, which gets more sales created, in my opinion. Um, what
I
what were you gonna say?
when I was in college, I took a class. I was went to culinary school. I was going to do restaurant and hotel management, and so we took a psychology of colors, like psychology for restaurants. And they talked a lot about just the psychology. Like, if you're going to McDonald's, like there's very bright colors. There is, it has a feeling of moving quickly, moving fast. Like, let's go. Like this, just a speed thing. If you're going to a fancy restaurant, they're darker colors. It's more intimate. It's a place that people would feel better going to. Like, if you bring your kids to a restaurant and it's like darkly lit and there's candles and there's that kind of a thing, like that branding is wrong for kids. But if you're going to McDonald's, everything is like locked on the floor. You can't move anything. It's very easy. It's very wipeable. It's very bright colors. They want you to eat your food and move. So, like, when you're looking at like party rental businesses, I would probably choose with brighter colors. It's happy, it's fun, it gravitates towards kids. If you're wanting to do like party business and try to reach more corporate companies, you may want to use like some bright colors, but maybe some dark colors in there too. Pictures of kids having fun with the AT&T logo behind you because you did the AT&T, or like we did an event for NASA. So trying to have like people having fun, but the NASA logo there, and you have that on your website, because branding is all about feeling. Like, everybody, you want to bring a feeling to it. So like, if I have something and Justin is my client, I want him to feel like we're connected, like that I get it, that I understand Justin. So to have things in there where touch points, I was in ministry for a long time, and a pastor would say, he's like, well, if you're wanting to reach Asian people, he's like, and you don't have anybody Asian on your worship team, you're probably not going to reach Asian people because there's no one there for them to relate to. So putting people on stage, if you will, like your website's your stage, says what you're looking for, like who you're connecting to, who you're wanting to be with. So that's probably like one of my thoughts on that. What do you think about
Yeah.
that, Justin?
I think you jumped the gun because the next
Oh,
one
sorry.
is colors.
Oops.
Choose a consistent color palette. Colors evoke motions and should align with your brand and story. So I think, yeah, colors are very important. Is like the colors in your logo are important, but colors in general. Like you touched on the red and yellow makes you hungrier. That's why McDonald's uses it. Um, Whereas in party rentals, I don't know what says fun. I like if you have a certain color that you see at all the events and sporting events and parties. That's why I think a party rental company should definitely be the local colors because it
It makes
just
sense.
fits. You all
Makes
when you do
sense.
all the events and parties and stuff, that it seems like there's that red, white, and blue theme. That's like I have red, white, and blue inflatables, so I think like a lot of them. All my obstacles are red, white, and blues. Like I try to have um my interactive pieces that could be any color, red, white, and blue, because I feel like it's gender neutral. It's not just boyish, and it really does well in the holidays, and it's also good for corporate events, especially around here. But those colors don't work everywhere. I wouldn't suggest that for everybody everywhere, but there's there's a happy medium with your colors. You should definitely like if your fans are your logo colors and stuff like that. That's the things you should be thinking of because it just sets a tone. Like I know my one buddy Michael Rosner from Foam. He's going to be at Foam Universe this year, teaching about foam parties, and he does flamingo foam, and like everything's pink. Like even the trash can's pink, the extension cord's pink. My extension cords are red, white, and blue, by the way. But yeah,
It
it gets
works. That's smart.
it gets to
It's
that
branded.
like gets to that level, and it's honestly fun at a certain point. So colors, people can start remembering that okay, you're the red, white, and blue party rental company. You're the green and yellow party rental company. You're the purple and gold party rental company. Like what are you? What are your colors? But it's also this representation. How you represent yourself. Use high quality images and videos, showcase your products and services in a visually appealing way. And it's not just visually appealing, you want to show it in a way that actually shows what you're trying to target and market for and what you're trying to obtain. Um, Adam's not going to just market random, like everyday party rental stuff because you have a luxury
Right.
brand. Whereas in me, I'll do, if you want to play with a game and stuff like that, I'll post it on there. But what I'm trying to do more is more corporate stuff. So I'll do more of my branding towards corporate parties, and suddenly you see more of that in my social media than you do the backyard parties.
Yeah.
But I do a little bit of both. I'm all over the place. I do foam too. So even going into like I have separate brands for certain categories on my site. For foam, I have a separate brand, it's Groovy Foam. It's just for the foam parties. I have a separate brand for golf, that's Light Up Golf. That's just for the golf because these brands do golf well. They do foam well. The other brand does games well. So when you order off them, it's all streamlined. That's all we're talking about. Now, if you go to my party rental site, we have everything just in case. So it's like you're gonna get sold some other stuff, and you're gonna get through some funnels. But
Yeah.
if you're clicking down, and then if you're clicking on foam, and then you go there and you go to the site and book foam, there's nothing wrong with sending an email after all of your bookings for all those other companies saying, hey, we offer all this crap too, and sending a link to all your other sites because now they can, oh, they just got the foam first. Now, oh, wait, hey, hubby, we need a tent. We need some chairs, don't we? Oh, they got tables and chairs. They got everything. Like, oh, you know what I mean? They have the foam too. Oh, somebody called from the office and is going to save it. They're going to even charge us less delivery and cancel one of the delivery fees because they realize it's the same address. And I do that, by the way. I don't charge them because they're customer. You think your customers are stupid like that one dude is going to drop off both of those things? Like, no. And you pay the delivery fee. So I personally just take off the one delivery fee, and now you know what I mean. And now it's like okay, they just save money, and like I was honest about it. They're accommodating. They talk to me, and then and then it's also a time to upsell too when you're giving the money back, which is a whole other story. But, but there's I don't know. I honestly treat my marketing like a carnival. I treat my business and my pricing. I want to be at the highest amount I could charge for it. That's basically reasonable. Like, okay, that's about as much as I would pay, and they better show up and they better be great and they better be on time. And they better, you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
pretty much where I'm at for everybody. Um and my guys, representation. I got a crap ton of shirts sitting over here. So that's what I was like, I could put a shirt on right now. I want my guys wearing those shirts. I want them acting right. I want them I want them having fun. I like when they joke around and be themselves. I don't want them to be a robot, but I also don't want, you know what I mean? Like me, I cuss. You might not know it from my YouTube channel, but if you met me in person, I cuss, and I try not to cuss in front of the customers or on the phone, unless I know I can, and then it's over. But look, that's just how you represent because Buffalo's a blue collar city, so it can get aggressive. But so, but yeah, no, seriously, representation. How do you feel about representation, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. One way that we represent is um, there is a concept called mirroring. So whatever you're doing, you're trying to mirror your clients. So what is your knowing who your client is huge. I think that if you know like really sit down and go, who is my client? How much money do they make? How do they dress? What do they look like? And then when you go to talk to them, like for us, we do a lot of on-site visits, or we with the actual physical client. I will dress similarly to them. If they're a CEO of a company, they don't dress in suits and ties. They're a little bit more chill. They're a little bit more relaxed, but you can tell that they have money. If I talk to my wedding planners, they're typically middle class. So I just go in blue jeans and a shirt, and we just chill and we talk. So it all depends on who you're talking to, who you're being with. On our website, we know that we're a luxury brand. So for us, we're trying to mirror what they're used to. So if they're buying Dior or Chanel, or most of their logos are black and white. So our logo is black and white. When last year, when we redid our website, I think it was Chanel, and on their website they had a picture of a person. It was black and white. It's very dramatic photo. So we put a dramatic photo that's black and white on our site to mirror those places. So I'm always I want them to feel like if they go into Louis Vuitton or they go onto our website, that there's something there that touches base with our clients. If we were doing bounce houses, I would think, okay, well, who's renting a bounce house? Who's my average client? Average client would probably be me. It would be my wife, getting a bounce house for her kids. So how can you make it somewhat feminine? How can you make it feel like it's going to be safe? My wife would want to know that the kids are going to be safe. How is my wife going to want to know about cleanliness? Like, are the bounce houses clean? So instead of saying to customers, saying our bounce houses are clean, they expect them to be clean. But how can you put it in there where it's almost subliminally that it's clean? Like, do you have a YouTube channel? Are they able to see, well, today's cleaning day, so we're washing it? Like what cleaning products do you use? A lot of people are very interested in, are you using good cleaning products? So my wife would be like, well, what cleaning products are you using? Are they all natural cleaning products? For me, I could care less. I don't care if they're completely toxic, but my wife is, she wants it to be very natural. So if you have that, show it. Say, you use all natural products or whatever happens to be. We switched all of our bags because a lot of our clients are into saving the environment. I think saving the environment's great, but I don't really care about a bag. So, but they do. So we have all natural biodegradable bags and we promote it. We say, hey, look, it's Earth Day. This is how we're doing to promote. We understand that you care about bags. So I don't, but you do. So we're going to change our business so that we reflect what you want. So I think branding is all about the feeling that people get from using your service, talking to you, having your contact point with your website. Even the clients your other clients that you use, at least for us, like, do your other clients look like them? We're very particular about who we post on our Instagram page. Like, if you look way differently than our average client, we won't post the picture because it's not who we're trying to market to. So yeah, it's fun. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun with branding. I really get into it. There's a lot of science into it if you think about it. There's great books on branding that you can get. I should have got my books out. I have like 5 of them, and they've been fantastic. So
yeah, I really believe in the power of brand. I really believe in the power of like part of my brand is actually being helpful. It's okay to help out a little bit. They know there's certain things we don't do. We won't set up chairs, especially a ton of them. But we'll help you move them out of the way. We'll make sure they're right in the tent where you have to go. We'll make sure we split stacks on separate sides of the tent so you don't have to walk farther.
that's not. It's considerate.
Little things and stuff like that. But and we'll explain it, like, we'll do this. You just can't do that. Just from a time thing. Truck's full, whatever. But if it's like 5 or 6 chairs and I'm just sitting there the other day, we don't set up chairs, but I was shooting the crap with one of the business owners of a couple venues, and he's like, "Oh, can you set up the chairs?" My guy's sitting there watching me because I'm just sitting there talking. And I'm like, "Yeah." we can set up the chairs, and then I'm still talking to him, and he got the signal and just started setting up the chairs at the tables.
Yeah.
I was sitting there talking anyways, so it's being helpful. I get a representation. I have a representation of people calling me just to get advice about permits for their tents. And like, oh, call Justin, he'll help you with the whatever. He knows all the information, he'll tell you whatever. Yeah, that being part of my brand is actually being helpful.
Do you ever, for like you said you did corporate events, do you ever, like for a new client, do you like add extra staff just to make them feel like you got it down? Like for us, sometimes if it's a brand new like wedding planner or brand new client who we think is big, I'll just bring a ton of people, like way overboard amount of people that I need. And they don't really even have a job. I tell them just to run around, like look like you're cleaning stuff, like, just look like you're doing something,
Okay. I do that for certain things. Most of the time it's like every three or four people, I'll have an extra guy just for breaks and staffing and dealing with stuff sense. And it just makes the in and out when you're doing large events better too. So yeah, that's kind of my rule of thumb is like every 3 people, every 4 people, 1 staff member.
I'm looking at your office and I'm continually jealous. I love it. It's so nice. I'm like, you haven't like Artful Art, we have this thing. It's like if it doesn't help our clients, we won't do it. So I'm like, I really would like to have an office like that. Like that looks so nice.
So I'm putting a TV right here and I have a conference table. So I do customer pickups and stuff here too.
Oh, nice.
And I have like on staff, like the actual office person could be in here too. And I'm in here. And then all my stuff happens right there. So when they're doing things and something goes wrong, I don't have to be in another building or something. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Even I lived, my other warehouse was 3 minutes around the corner. Or not even. Like I could walk, it's like 2 or 3 blocks. But even not that amount of separation, like I couldn't just be on top of them. I could I literally sometimes get bored. I walk to that door and just say, "Get back to work," and then just come back in. Like
we're literally
presence, you know what I mean? Get stuff done more.
We're literally in the process of getting a showroom. We haven't had a showroom and I haven't really wanted one because I don't really I don't feel like it was that necessary. But now it's kind of like branding. Like they're like, you have to at least have one. So right now we're looking at one right now.
I don't know why you don't have one.
What? Oh, us?
Yeah.
Well, this is why.
The stuff.
It depends. Like if you're say a general rental company and you work with if it was me, like I'm a middle class regular guy, I would probably want to go to your showroom. I'd want to go with my fiance. I'd want to touch everything, see everything. Very DIY. But if you are having like a $200,000-$400,000 wedding, like my clients are used to just telling people what to do and then they go do it. So they'll tell the wedding planner, this is what we want, this is the colors we want, this is what we want. And then we will ship and deliver their items that they wanted to their venue so they can see it inside their venue space. So there's never really a reason for them to even come to a showroom at all. So we are actually designing a showroom, not necessarily for the brides or for our corporate people, but actually for planners and event planners, a space that works for them. Not a space that works for brides or corporate people. So we've never needed one, but now I can see it being worth it. So that place will be a separate building, 30 minutes away from our warehouse. It'll be a completely different type of idea. So, yeah,
that's interesting. So feel free, ask your questions, everybody. We're going to ask your questions about branding first. And then we'll answer other questions at the end. But we're Party Rental people. This is the Party Rental podcast. So we'll answer anything we want to get, but we want to keep consistency on the actual topic here. So let's see what we got here. So it seems that most people build brand by offering the lowest price when they first start a party rental business. Is there a way to build a brand starting from nothing without branding yourself as a cheap company. I feel like people default to undercutting the lowest price when starting out. I guess I'm asking Adam, did you start out with nothing and did you always think of yourself as high class business? Or did you
Well,
grow to a point where you were able to afford, he put a whole bunch here, afford to start your branding process as upper class? What's your story in under a minute? You don't have to be under a minute.
yeah, we started as like we were PR rentals now, but we were party right rentals when we first started. So we did party stuff. So it was a big transition that we made from regular party rentals, general rentals, bounce houses, tents, to what we're doing now, which we're actually slowly getting out of tents. So when people have asked me this question before, I kind of tell them it was like a ladder. It's like climbing up a ladder and then knocking out the rungs after you climb up to that particular ladder. So like we just got rid of white padded chairs. We've had white padded chairs since the beginning, pretty much since we started. But we don't really need those anymore. Most of our weddings hire like 4 or 5 rental companies to do their wedding, and we felt that there are so many general rental companies that can provide white padded chairs. So that's something we're just going to eliminate. We made money on them, but we just felt like our company should start where everybody else stops. So we just as we keep building, we keep kind of like knocking off the cheaper things off the bottom of our ring as we're adding more stuff higher and higher. But I'll tell you, it's quite a process. I mean, it is a lot of I wouldn't say wasted money, but a lot of you're running product for a few years and then going, oh well, it makes good money, but it's not our goal, so we got to get rid of it. So it's a lot of lost revenue at some point, and then you keep buying more stuff. It's a very I wish I had like a $5 million loan to just buy everything, have everything be the way it was, but that's definitely not. I don't think pretty much no one in the rental business has that type of. We all start at the from the beginning. So
Yeah, I started off, I wouldn't say cheap. I never started off at the bottom. I charged what like pretty much I thought was like the crazy prices in the industry, what everybody else was pretty much charging. And then there's one crazy company here, and he still has higher prices than me, but I don't think he does as much business as me either. So there's a point
yeah,
where it gets like too much, and you're going too
yeah.
out of hand. Um,
I mean, I was the cheaper guy. That's who I was. And there's actually the time where, for me at least, I just got so sick of. I loved it in the beginning, and I got to a point where I just hated it. I just wanted to give it up. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? Um, we're the cheap people. I'm raising all the prices to match everybody else's or higher. If it's something I hate, I'm going to charge more for it. And if this business goes down the tube, then fine. I don't care. I'm done with this. And that year was one of the best years we ever had. Um, I mean, so being the cheap guy, I think it's a terrible thing. So starting off from the beginning, like the question was, I definitely think you could start off being at the same prices as everybody else. There shouldn't be any reason for you to be less.
yeah.
I mean, look at Tesla. Like when they first started, they didn't start being the cheapest car company out there. They were one of the most expensive car companies right from the get-go. With their, I think it was their Model S or Roadster. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
um, I feel like there's two either you have to start off high or start off low to get your clients, but either one works. I mean, Apple didn't have a phone. They never sold phones before, and then they came out with a phone that was 5 times more expensive than any phone that was out there,
Mm-hmm.
and they did it. So I think it's possible. Yeah, I definitely think it's possible. You just have to start differently.
That's one thing I will say about branding. When you're looking to do your own brand and create your own brand and develop your brand and better brand yourself, look at bigger brands and what they do. Like,
Absolutely.
look what
Yeah.
Apple does. Look what
Mhm.
I mean. How are Apple's emails structured? Like, what are the emails that you're getting like every single day or every single week, multiple a week, look like, and how are they structured? is there any of them that you can literally just steal and reword and use for your industry? Because that is perfectly okay.
Yep.
Like, um, there's power, extreme power in branding.
Yeah.
A lot of people are probably watching this video for PRK because of branding.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know when I love what you just said there, is doing what other companies do. One of the things that we could all relate to is when we make a phone call, we always get the press one to talk to this person, press two for that person. And so I knew that it was only really my wife and I, and that was pretty much it. And I had an accountant. So I made for sure that I had a dialing system that would call and be like, press one for representative, press two for accounting, press three for whatever. And people, you know, it's normal to them. Like that's what they want to hear. And actually they don't want to hear that. They dread it, but it's just so it's something very normal for them to do for here. I think that's huge. So yeah. Yeah. I love, I don't know if you did it, but I'm always trying to go to other rental companies when I travel, just to walk in the door, see how they treat me, see what their showroom is like.
yeah,
My
I've
wife,
worked for other rental companies, a lot of them, but yeah, no, I when I go to other states, I try to visit other rental companies. I try to I try to visit manufacturers too. I want to see how their brands are and what it's in person. If they're just treating me good, or do they treat all of their customers good? Um, I I love going to places in person.
yeah, it's the best. Yeah. I love it. My wife likes it too, because we always are a new engaged couple. We're like, oh, we're just getting married. And so it's, I think it's a blast. I think it's a blast.
I
So.
what do you how do you feel about like people just changing your logos every so often? Like, you know what I mean? Pepsi changes their logo, I feel like every 5 years or so.
I think they changed like an aspect, like maybe they're like it's the same logo, but they change a
Yeah.
color. Or I know that they back in the '90s they were all red, red. They were red and white, and so was Coca-Cola. And so they made a huge push to turn from red and white to blue and red and white. Um, I don't know if it helped them or not. But I know one great aspect, talk about logos, is Kia. They just changed their logo. And I'm telling you what, I think that added so much money and value to their car, a simple logo change. I
I
mean,
didn't know they changed their logo. Let me see the Kia.
yeah, it used to be a big circle that said Kia in it, and now it's like this funky, like it
Yeah,
looks like it'd
I
be like
see it now.
it looks like it'd be like an electric car. I think that was the smartest move they could have ever made. Because before that logo made them look like they're a cheap, crappy car company. Now like they look legit. I like it. Looks young. Looks good.
That's interesting. Let me see here.
Actually, I think like if you looking at IKEA, not IKEA, Kia, they're a great map to follow because they did start off as a crappy car company and they gave like 150, 200,000 mile warranties and like really crazy stuff. I remember back when I was a kid, they had buy one get one free cars. I mean, that was crazy. You could buy it for it was like 10 grand. You got two cars, and they went from that to where they are now. Amazing.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
this is the new logo and this is
Yep.
the old logo.
Yeah. The red one's the old one. Yep. And it looks sweet on a car. It looks really cool.
That's interesting. Does anybody have any party rental websites they want us to pull up? We'll talk about your branding. We can say good things, we can say bad things.
That'd be fun.
Um, Here, let's see here. Actually, I stopped sharing. Why don't we see what your website looks like?
Mine, sure.
Yeah, I've never actually been on your website, I don't think.
We're actually going through some changes right now because that's what we do at this time of year. We change stuff.
Oh, we got a couple people that are starting. Drop your websites in here. We'll take a look at them. Let's see here. Oop, that's not what I wanted to change. What is it? prrentals.com?
.co, not com. Yeah, it's prrentals.co.
Nice. Fancy lady.
Yep.
Interesting. Where is this?
If go to like if you go to dinnerware, go up to the
I
top
just
left.
like clicking on things to see if they take anything.
Yeah.
Go where? Oh, here.
Yeah, and just click down.
Oh,
Go to the left
okay. Yeah,
side,
there we go.
like dinnerware. Yeah. So we brand things,
Oh, yeah.
like for us, our clients want, like, they like education. So like in every little part we do just a little blip of where it came from or how long the company is. They like to know heritage. So yeah, these two patterns in the beginning, we actually bought out the company who, like, we bought all their stock out so that we'd be the only ones in the country to have them, because our clients they like exclusivity. They like knowing that no one else has it.
Yeah.
So that's just I just know our people, and that's just what they like. I wouldn't care, but they care.
These are fancy.
Yeah, those are
I've never been
from
on your site.
England.
A lot of this is from England.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sheesh.
we do a lot of direct shipping from the UK for most of our stuff. Now those are vintage. Those are vintage plates that we buy, and we make collections of them. Those have actually been very popular around the area. I think it's like, I can't see what the price is. I think it's like $5 or $6 a plate, and that's been huge for us. Been
And
huge.
how much you bought these for?
We typically, it depends. Like, we have brown ones on there. Each plate for the brown ones average about $30 a plate. Gold ones are about, to get nice ones, like $15 a plate. So it just depends. It takes a while to find them. You can never find them at thrift stores anymore. Not
The
good.
browns are more expensive than the gold.
Yeah, the brown ones are super expensive. It's because they're more rare. The more rare of a dish it is, because they're all vintage. They're all old. So
So
like the brown ones are from early 1900s or something. So that took us a while to get those. But we have,
the mocha
yeah,
garden.
yeah, we have, because like a lot of that brown ones have color in it, and brides don't want anything with color in it. They just want brown. So trying to find those has been very difficult. These are from the 1930s that we've purchased and found. Yep, those are brand new plates. Those are pretty easy to get. Yep. That's
Cool.
some of our cheaper stuff right there. Got those white plates. Those are pretty nice. Those from RSS. Those are great plates. If you talk to RSS distributors, those white plates are great. Tell them.
Oh, this is wild. The 360 bar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I see too many people that do this.
No, only like, man, if you got money. I couldn't afford it. I think they're like, what, $3,000 a piece to rent out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do a lot of bars. Bars are really popular right now. Like, really, really popular. There is one that I think most people would be interested in. I think it's up towards the top. It's like the top right. We found that on the side of a road, and we just, if you just go all the way up to the top, on the top right, yep, that one right there. We found that on the side of the road. It was like not even a big deal. We cleaned it up, turned it around that weekend, made like $450. So you can find stuff, like, you don't have to spend a ton of money. You just have to have an eye for the right stuff.
Are these all stackable? Pretty much.
No. Those willow chairs are stackable.
These are not. These are?
Some are stack, like the one to the far left. That one's stackable, but only stacks to like 4 high. It stuck.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Those French chairs are from IKEA. Those ones to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are from IKEA. I got them for like $15 each. So that's a good money maker. You're getting to my favorite chairs now. That white one right there. Those are our bread and butter. That's probably what we rent the most out of, are those old chairs. We whitewash those chairs. We get them for a couple bucks, and we paint them up and ship them out. And people love them, and they can get beat up, banged up. No one cares. People love it. And then the chairs down below, the one in the middle too, like those. That's our number one rented chair, is that middle one. The white one comes from Mexico. We should get that shipped in.
This one?
Yeah, that comes direct from Mexico.
This is
But
wild.
yeah. So if you notice, like we don't have alley fold chairs or regular folding chairs. We don't have white padded chairs. Our goal is to be whatever general rentals companies doesn't have. That's where we start.
You don't have any arches yet?
We do. We have some arches. Yeah, we actually just got rid of a couple. We're switching some of those things out, but I don't think that's ours are on there yet. But yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, arches run pretty good. Yeah, those couches those are from IKEA. Those couches too. Yeah, we don't really want to buy stuff from IKEA, but we had a bride who wanted something really quick and we had to run out and get it. We're actually selling those if anybody wants them. The IKEA chairs. So we don't have a ton of couches because it takes up too much warehouse space. But yep.
That's really interesting. You still got tents on your website?
Yes. Yeah, we're still renting them, but our prices are higher so that we don't rent them out as much. And we also like cherry pick them too. So they'll call in.
I'm at like 500 for my high peak.
Yeah. So they'll call in and they'll say, you know, we want a tent, and we try to find out what else they want. And if what else they want brings in a lot of money, then we'll do the tent. But if not, then we don't do the tents. We really trying hard not to do tents anymore. So by the end of August, we'll be completely done. We'll sell them all. We may keep that one.
You might keep the Norwegian teepee?
Yes, because they're just cool. I just think they're cool. Like, they're super cool. And they make they're crazy money. There's only like 5 companies in the States that actually do them.
Sailcloth?
Yeah, we actually don't do sailcloth tents. They're on there, but we don't do them.
You still rent them?
No, we were just about to move into those things. And then like a few months later, we just decided to just not do it. So they actually help sell all of our other tents. We just said that the sailcloth tents weren't available for their weekend, and we'd come up with other packages for them to use for tents and stuff that we did have. But so we kind of kept them on there. We kind of sub-rent them. We rent them out every once in a while.
So I feel like it's enough that like you make the money. You can make your money on your red carpet and your stuff like in 1 or 2 events. I feel, and you get at least that every year. Yeah. So you might not make your money back in your first year, but you're definitely making your money back in the second year.
And it takes up little
that's
space.
Without pushing it. Let alone if you pushed it during graduation, I think you could kill it.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like, would you like fries with that? Would you like, red carpet with that or something? So a lot of the stuff we're getting out of, again, some stuff, tent stuff.
I like how you charge for emergency equipment that's required.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I like that. That's interesting. And you charge per ballast and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Those are going up in price a lot for our last year. It's good. Yep. Those have been good runners for us. Chandeliers. Yeah. We run a lot of chandeliers.
How are they easy? Are they like repairing and transporting?
Not very much fun, but the money, like, you make $3-4 grand in a chandelier setup. I mean, it's like, if you hate doing something, raise the price high enough to where you like to do it. So this is one of those things. It wasn't very much fun, but we just kept raising the price, and we like it. It's been fun. Mm-hmm.
Do you like Adams, the string lights that Adam do, or people prefer these more than?
Those ones, the Edison bulbs, we actually don't use those particular ones. We use the next size larger than the ones Adam has, and I love them. I think we use the G50s. I think Adam uses the G40s. Through
Action Lighting, or
not Action Lighting is another one that's actually based in Ohio. But
cool.
Yeah, I can't think of what it is, but tent fittings, advanced tent fittings, something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, Advantage tent fittings.
That's it, Advantage tent fittings. Yeah, they've been great. And I love those bulbs. Like, we make so much money on them. Like, I'd say like we make more money on lights than we do tents.
I gotta start putting my speakers on there for rent too. I forgot to do that. I gotta make a note.
Yep, we're getting rid of those too.
Are you getting rid of them?
Yep, all of our sound equipment. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on there just because I might as well.
Yeah, I mean, for general rentals, I mean, like, or party stuff, you should definitely have it. We rented them out all the time.
For sale.
Yep.
But hey, if you're looking for anything to buy, everybody, while this video is still new, he's selling chairs, games, raffle drum, some carnival games.
We have more stuff we're adding on there too. We have some fill-in chill tables and some other random stuff we got to put on there.
State Fair mini donuts.
Yeah, that's awesome. We just only used one time, but it was I was making it for myself. That was the best.
Those are funny. Yep. Is the same one thing that was at Apple, I think, this year? I wonder if that was the place. I gotta look at my warehouse manager might buy this.
The donut machine is, I mean, it cranks out donuts, and they're good.
Margarita machines, hot dog rollers, shaper dishes, food warmers, the cabinets. You got a meat slicer?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta tell John about this. He needs a meat slicer.
Or does he do like venison or something?
For the weed lounge.
Oh,
we're opening a kitchen there.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So we had somebody else drop their.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So why don't we go to this?
Is it anonymous user? What?
Well, no, it's if you don't accept your name on Facebook, it does. I can't actually see the name there. It's for faceless protection. Family First Events and Rentals.com. All right, let's see here. Events and rentals.
Like you can see, like on branding, like on our page, it's not very colorful. Like this is great. This is what kind of company is it? A bounce company
this is definitely gonna be a bouncy house company.
I love that. That just feels nice. That feels really nice.
The snow from Jana's last Zoom. I like that. From the marketing ninja.
Like that's just nice. Oh, I like the movement. It feels good. I think the overall feeling, because obviously it's very small on my screen, but I think it feels very good. I'm more of a.
These pictures, all your pictures should be the same size.
Yeah, that's an issue. I agree with you there. Yep.
And like how this one has I like when brands have like pictures like this where it's like just the item and nothing in the background. I think this is just awesome. But it's hard to do for something like decor. I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So like having them click on buttons and then go into and seeing options and pictures is a
oh, I can do this. Great.
I don't know what difference between balloon decor and balloon backdrops.
That's helpful.
Oh, there's enough buttons.
Oh yeah, nice. I can see it bigger now.
A lot of them are the same though.
I have to say the overall feel.
Also, if that's just there just to make this spread out a little bit, so all these buttons are even. I'm perfectly cool with that too, because I do stuff like that too. So you wouldn't have only 2 buttons here and not 3. So that could be a reason in itself. I do like this site though.
Yeah, it feels nice. I like that. It looks like you can do
a get a foam daddy machine.
I like the little gingerbread thing, and also like the theming of Christmas. That's smart. Like I think that
holiday theming on everybody's websites is a big thing, and like Jana did a good Zoom the other day.
It feels custom. It feels like you're on it, like you're on top of stuff. Like it's a little bit above and beyond.
Go consistent. Go in Canva, turn all these pictures into stuff like this. And then use these pictures when you go into them. Use those pictures like the pictures in here.
Yeah, I agree. I like white backgrounds, and then I like real pictures below it, but the actual product picture, I like. It's more professional with the white background. If you
Like
can
you
do
can
it. I know
stand it on a page. You know what I was seeing like Al Sanchez do too? On his website I looked at the other day. He had like the size right here.
Oh, that's
And right
nice.
here. And right here. So you can see how long it is, how wide it is, how long it is. This is cool too. But I like
What do you
it
think
was
this was
like
made
little
in?
arrows. I
What
thought that was
program?
cool.
What program was this made in?
This is on IO.
What is it?
And this is from almost positive inflatable office. Yeah.
That's
Power
nice.
by
Yeah, it's good.
office.
We use GoDaddy, and you kind of make it yourself. I thought that was the most frustrating thing to do, but I'm so glad we did it.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I really like the page. I think it's good. It's clean. It's nice. I'd love to see what it would look like on a mobile phone.
Let's see here. So I'm working on getting a foam dating machine. Hit me up. I'll hook you up. What's up, guys? Love that you are doing this more frequently. We were doing this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to ask us questions, everybody. If you have any questions to ask, we love to answer them. We're just going through some websites. Feel free if you want to drop your website too. We can kind of talk about the branding. How do you feel about the branding of this website?
Like I said, I really like it. If I was
backyard party,
yeah,
and not
if I was if I was corporate, I would be able to look past like some of the things just because it's well done. I can't see any of the writing, but overall the feel of it I think is well done. If I was a school, I'd have no problems with looking at it. He has a lot of inventory, so he or she. I think that means a lot. And I would say if you're a new starting company, um, you could put your wish list in some ways on your website. You don't always have to own it. You just go say it's not available or it's coming next year or whatever happens to be. Because if you go to a website and has like one inflatable, it doesn't really help you out very much. But oh yeah, tents too.
Like that all the time.
Now I would look at the tents as a tent guy, and I'd be like, well,
I like they got packages.
I probably wouldn't be if I was a corporate person. I'd probably be like, about the tents. I understand we all start off in places, so I'm not trying to knock anything.
This whole site just screams backyard parties, which is cool.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Schools, but especially because you're tents.
But I
Also,
mean, Justin, don't
I
you
don't know
think?
how safe these tents are.
No,
Where are you guys at?
I would say like those tents, like
Fort Myers, Florida. I used to live on Pine Island. I used to live over in Fort Myers. I went to Fort Myers Beach Elementary.
can I just say like huge kudos to actually be able to see where you're from. I can't tell you how many websites I've checked out, and it doesn't even have like the address on it. It doesn't have a phone number on it. It doesn't
I
have
should have seen the 239 area code too.
I think
I
that
like
that
that it
is
says English or Spanish next to your phone number. That
really
is a plus.
that is
Yeah,
that's plus.
especially in your area, 100%.
Wow, that's big props for that.
That is the type of stuff that I'm thinking about doing in my area. I'm in Buffalo, just for bonus. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? If I can hire somebody who's like fluent in different languages, the dinosaur experience. Let's check that one out.
I probably say the only thing I would change about the site is, or from what I see, is probably the tents. I'd probably try to go to with a more professional tent. I think it just makes your company just feel better. It just more established. But if you're a newer company and that's what you started off with, then there's no problems with that. You got to do what you got to do in the beginning. But even if you're a brand new company, starting off, like the high peak tents are easy to set up, less poles, not a lot of things to do to make it happen. I would definitely go with the high peak tent over any other tent. Unless you're like in the farmlands, then maybe a pole tent's fine. But high peak tents are the way to go for sure.
My buddy Martin, I love his site, his Brandon. He's got look at welcome. Since you go a little chat bot going on.
What is this site? Is this a site or is this YouTube?
This is a site. This is
Hmm.
for the dinosaur experience.
Okay.
Martin does this.
That's cool.
It is super sweet.
I wish I could read it. But overall, it
It says good things.
Kind of looks like a Facebook page, kind of in some ways, like what Facebook used to look like back in the day, or MySpace. Were you around when MySpace was around, Justin?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was.
MySpace was the
Birthdays,
bomb.
just a
People don't
crap ton
know
of pictures,
MySpace was awesome.
videos. Hell yeah, this is the way to do it.
Does it
Just
move? Does the website
you
move?
guys offer, huh?
Does the website move, or is that like the whole website?
Oh yeah, no, it moves like this. This video moves. There's some
'Cause I'm not
more
on my
videos.
end. I'm
So,
not seeing anything.
oh, maybe I should
There you
share
go.
the tab instead. Yeah, I was
There
live
you
streaming this entire time looking at his website. I'm
go.
sorry, everybody.
Good thing I saw.
I know.
Oh yeah, this is great. Okay, yeah, this makes more sense. That's cool. Yeah. See, like that's good. Like that feels it's corporate. He's showing corporate things. Showing pictures that people like corporations would be able to identify with. I think that's huge. Like that's some good branding.
Yeah. Oops, I was sharing the wrong site.
I kind of would like to have some of those dinosaurs. That's kind of cool. That'd be so sweet. Have you seen that YouTube video where the dinosaur is like in the elevator and comes out and like scares the crap out of people? It's awesome. Gotta look it up.
But then it gets. This is where it gets cool. Like birthdays. It's just all pictures of birthdays.
That's good.
This one's a video.
I would do for like this, if I owned this business, I would make sure I had everybody's birthdays or whenever their special event was. And I, like a month beforehand, I would like send a picture, like a reminder picture of their actual event, if they have that, or that would be just a reminder of how awesome it was.
Schools. So like Martin even does like a weekly like chat on his YouTube channel. So like even
Huh.
schools can like listen in to and see the Dino guy like a week before. So I think
That's
that's
good.
really cool.
That
Yeah,
is good.
Dinosaur the daycare. Yeah, he's killing it, bro.
I
Especially
mean,
with,
I love
Martin.
this.
You were listening to some of the things I was saying about YouTube. I know you were. I'm super like I could tell you what you're doing with the SEO. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. Like that is very smart. Dinosaurs at daycares. Oh yeah, library. You get it, my friend. Public events. What is this?
That looks
Yeah,
good. I like
dude,
that.
his video. I love it. He's doing so much video now. This is crazy.
Well, they said that YouTube is one of the um,
This is
highest
really cool.
marketing.
He does live shows.
That's cool. That's good. You actually get an experience. You're able to know what it's like.
Dude, I
That's what's
haven't
great
really
about this.
talked to you in forever, Martin. I gotta say, like, this has gotta taken off for you a little bit. You are doing some work. This is so cool. I didn't know it went this deep. Jeez.
So I'm assuming from watching this that you're renting or hiring one person, that there's one person that's behind the scenes of everything. That's my
Yeah, you
feelings.
pretty
Like
much
you're
get him. I'm curious, man, what your prices are like nowadays. This is super cool. I worked for the Saints last month. That is sweet. All right,
is
let's
there like
find
a
another.
Santa dinosaur? A Santa T-Rex? So cool.
All right, let's see here. Um,
I feel
somebody's
like
there. They're gonna
I
have to
feel like
look at the plates the next time they're in the UK.
I feel like this business should be like a chain, because it'd be easy to chain it. Like this would be, because I know like in my area, like you just kind of like sold a packet of how you do it, how you market it, that kind of a deal. I could see people really getting into it.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Check out Aspen Events Co. You got it.
Aspen. I might be going there next few weeks. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love it.
It looks professional to me.
Like from the very get-go,
right off the bat. Yeah, it makes me seem it's like sleek and
yeah, nice color scheme.
Professional.
Yep, I like that. Like,
is this your photo?
Right?
I feel like I've seen this photo before, but also it could just be the fact that like fancy events almost all look the same, but they're until you do them, then it's like, oh, you start seeing the nuances.
Yeah,
but this is
nice.
I think it's
good. I like the first top 1/3.
See, yes, okay. Instead of doing images, you went for actual color. Like, see, this is what I mean by uniformity. Like, yeah, uniformity. You didn't go with actual images. You went with weird image, like the actual. Not weird. It's not nothing weird about this, but actual.
You get it. I like that.
Professional images and drawings. Look at you, buddy. Yeah, Lostburger tents.
I like the as seen on. That's really nice.
There's no pictures on that. That's a hard one. Then you go into here.
Yep, looks good.
Just got to get them the same size.
Yep.
Get these pictures to the same size. That'd be really wonderful. You can get some stock images too that of all these tents. These aren't hard to get stock images for. The hexagon ones would be probably hard to get.
Love the hex tent. Like that's my favorite tent. What is he running it for? Does it say?
Let me see if you got prices. It might be quoting.
No, that's a high peak.
Add a wish list. Contact for price.
I like that. It's nice.
This is sweet.
I love the hex tent. That's my favorite.
They're all their photos. So even these photos you got done yourself. That's interesting. Let's see here. Flooring and staging.
Nice. And Aspen's a great place. Like that's great for tents and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're making money over there.
A lot of money in Aspen. But I've heard from guys it's really hard to get people to work because they're all high all the time. So it's like, that's like literally a construction company that I was working for. They send people out to Aspen constantly to do construction because people don't show up. They're always high. So I don't know. Nice stuff.
Super nice website.
Yeah, very clean.
Let's check out your FAQ. How far should you book your one? I like how that's nice in that top. And what size tent? Because you probably do a lot of tents. You do a 50% deposit. Take deposits, people. All right, wait, hold on.
Whoever this guy is, I'd recommend looking at those teepee tents. Those are beautiful in Aspen. I think there's a place somewhere
this hex rents for $13.95.
That's not bad. I think you'd bump that up though. But
some photos are stock photos. Hey.
Hey.
Let me see here. Do you deliver? Yes. Yeah, answering all the good questions. Do you got any featured weddings? Ooh, what is going on here?
Yeah, I like that.
What is going on? I don't even know if I don't even care if you're doing anything special. Just having this on your site just makes me feel like you're special. Like this could just be a giant ruse for all I know. It worked on me.
Yeah.
Am I wrong though? Like what? Like
no.
This as far as presentation wise, like
that's normal.
If I was a wedding planner,
for good companies,
I'd be like, yo, what is going on here? You know what I mean?
We need
Like, think if you had this up for 5 years, but other than
we need to
that,
put that on. We definitely need to put our logos like that on there too. That's a good reminder for me.
I like all this. Click here to view our feature weddings and send you to that. Nice.
I feel like every website has something you haven't finished yet.
Oh yeah, and you got a nice little
Contact spot. That's good.
contact spot. Nice.
So from the very get-go, looking at that, I would go, it's a professional company. It looks like they know what they're doing. It looks like they're not going to embarrass me or make me look stupid. So if I was a planner, I would definitely feel very comfortable with going with this company. Absolutely. Yep.
Interesting. Next, what else we got? We have Yasmin's Party Rentals.
We should say send your competitors, and then we'll rip on them. Just kidding.
All right, let's see here. BCN, liking it.
Nice. People are really stepping their game up. Nice.
The BCN logo there. Weather checker.
Looks very custom. I like it.
Free birthday invitations.
Weather checker. That's a great idea.
These are those things that from BCN you put those templates in so people can download them. That's cool. That's smart.
I don't know what it is, but it looks cool.
It's a free birthday templates for people. I think that's pretty cool. Bounce houses. You should put your products above all this crap.
I agree. Yep.
I like
people don't care about that stuff.
Like, pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want, like, you know what I mean? Because you obviously have the capability of doing it, of cropping all your pictures and stuff. And then it's like, if it takes time to get this one, I get it. Because, like, you know what I mean? But now is the winter time to do that. I am literally partyrentalknowledge.com. I'll plug it right now. Boom. I'm literally trying to get to the point where you can upload your pictures and videos. Everybody can, all the way down to the product level for every single company, so that we can share pictures and videos and you can sell them. You have a good picture, like this is a good picture. This is a good picture for this slide. You could sell that picture to somebody. Somebody else could use it on their website. If they have drone footage of this blue wave side, you could buy it from them. That is the goal of partyrentalknowledge.com, among many other things, of being a resource for the industry. So helping with your pictures and videos is one thing we want to do here for you. But yeah, I would take a look at that. This is cool. I wonder if this was Ryan Dahlstrom or not. I wouldn't have this logo giant, like, all up in there, because if you replicate that through all of them, it's crazy. But this is a flyer, is great on your website. Do them all like that, but you shouldn't have the logo in there. I like this though. And then your logo in general, though.
I like the front page is awesome.
You definitely do bounces.
Yeah, the front page it feels really good. But I completely agree with you that all the writing and stuff should probably be on the bottom of all the pictures.
You got a button that takes them to reviews instead of like book now at the top. This is something good for the bottom as well.
Yeah, let's have a good inventory.
Yeah, you have a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So what are we doing? Site critiquing? We're just checking out brands, kind of just popping on their websites. And then just based off a quick look at their inventory and stuff, we're kind of like just seeing what if I see something I would think should just be fixed at standard, I'm going to call it out always. but two, we're just kind of like how these brands make us feel. How they represent when we first look at the page. Like this one screams backyard parties and bounce houses. The last one from Aspen, Colorado screams weddings and like larger events, but they didn't no bouncies, nothing like that. No backyard parties. I don't even know if they had bounce houses. Yeah.
No. A wedding or an event focused, if they had bounce houses, that'd be I think a bad thing.
I don't want to skip anybody though, so I'm gonna make sure to go back up. Oh, I think they are next. Wait a second. Yasmin's dinosaur, and then yeah, okay, yeah, they are next. Jump around moonwalks.
Jumparoundmoonwalks.com.
Let's go. This is Chris. I love his brand. He's an interesting guy. He's funny. They're like a family brand.
Okay.
But also, oh, this is interesting. These are giant. These should be clickable.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that. I
click a little.
I don't want to do that little thing. This, yeah, look at it. See, boom, holiday branding. I like his stuff. He names his inflatables after like people's family members and like different things like that, like the son, the coach, the soldier, the grandma, cool. The mother. I think his bounce house branding with this right here is some of the cool stuff I've seen in the industry. And then look at holiday branding for all the different items. He changed the background and put it on his site. Uniform sized images.
That's some work there.
All of his items. Yeah.
Plastic tables.
One thing I would mention, I would just put tables and chairs. If you're going to have one item in each category, I'd just put them together, dude.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense.
Unless you're going to get more, you know what I mean? It's just even tents, tables, chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have a lot of stuff, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like if on my website, like I even consolidated it so you can you click on that button and then it drops down to those categories so you can see them. Even though I have a bunch of stuff in each of those categories, just so it doesn't look like I have a giant thing on the side. If you can narrow that search bar as much as possible, it helps you.
Yeah, that's true.
Music. He does a bunch of character visits. He's really good on social too. This is him.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But it's like people like to rent from him because he's him. He's a good local. He's very active in his community.
It makes sense.
I very much good. I like the jump around moonwalks. I'd be playing more off these colors on the site if I was gonna go, but it's also friendly. So
I think it's good.
Super colorful, so it's fine too.
I like it. I think the only thing that
holiday pop up.
The only thing that I would like, I don't mind the colors and stuff. I like the concessions and things. Like they're so big.
I hate your category pictures.
Oh gosh,
I hate these.
I think that's the only thing that I would probably change. But I think the rest of the website's pretty good. I mean, it's just my personal opinions. I mean, you know your market better than I do.
Oh yeah. But as far as like how it makes you feel, definitely friendly. I know a little bit about your brand and marketing in general. It's fun.
Yeah. That's cute.
Let's see. Supplythebounce.com.
I like that picture. I think that's a good picture. You know, because it's grounding as a family-owned business. It makes it look fun. I love the smiling faces. That's good.
Yeah, I haven't even started. I could start checking all these on mobile too, because he's like,
Mobile
oh
makes a
wow,
big
why looks
difference.
so much different on a computer? It normally looks different on
Yeah.
the what you call it on the
Yeah.
phone. If you
I'm
know what I mean, we will probably end up doing because we're getting a lot more traction. Since nobody wanted to really start talking about branding until I offered to start looking at websites and popping them on the screen. So we'll definitely probably do some more website audits, quote unquote. Don't start going crazy just based off our opinions.
yeah.
Get it, but seriously, I think that we'll do some more of these in the future because it seems like we're getting some traction and it's fun. Um, supply
I
the bounce.
think
How do you feel about what were you saying, buddy? Sorry.
I was gonna say like I'd probably say that 90% of people are going to use their mobile. They're gonna be looking at stuff on their phone. So for me, when I do our website and stuff or whatever I do, I make sure that it looks best on our phone, and secondary okay on our laptops and stuff. But
So, Chris, you have dude, just call BCN, tell them to do it. You have BCN, they'll help you with it and be able to mess with those buttons and help you change them. I know you use BCN, so you'll be fine. That's like one of the few things I would say I would change, honestly. Maybe even potentially because it's the season, getting a template like an actual custom website done. Because you might even if they sent you some design renderings, you might actually be interested in it. It's only like $800-900. I know you're not broke and you can suspend it, so I think it would do you nicely, to be honest with you, because I know you a little bit more than just some of the random people that I put in here. But I like the random people. Don't be shy from just calling you random people. So let's look at this random person's. I know I can't see when you put your names on here. So it's like we do the bounce houses. We don't do bounce houses. I'm assuming that's the guy we were talking about from Aspen, but I don't
yep,
know because it just says Facebook user when I'm looking at it from the screen. So,
yeah,
well, I'm just going to say random people. I got to say stuff like that but like supply the bounce. I've heard these names before. I've seen the logos before, and also then it's like I could never seen this before in my life because a lot of bounce house companies blend in, and
yeah,
that's what I was getting at with not wanting my logo to have a bounce house in it. So
yeah.
it's
Makes
another
sense.
reason why I like Chris's logo.
Yeah, I think his logo is that's probably my favorite. Bounce logo that I've seen. Looks good. Whoever
So
this site is, it looks like they're probably a newer starting company, or they're just
yeah,
starting.
yeah,
Okay.
not that many. Oh, I don't know. Not necessarily. They got like
Yeah.
6 combos. Looks
Yeah.
like
And if
six
they are,
bounties, and yeah,
good for
it's not.
you.
Yeah, they're not too old. I would say, but they're doing it right. They're starting to organize. See, look
Yeah.
at it's tables, chairs,
Yeah.
Chris.
That I like that better together. It looks nice. Instead of a separate
um,
bounce, instead of a separate thing for
yep.
each one,
And
it makes a
you know
lot
what
more
I
sense.
would do the next thing too? Do packages. Do a whole package with how many tables and chairs you can fit in this tent.
That's smart. Yeah,
That's why
because
it's just one button. You don't got to do this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this.
it
I
fills
mean,
up
you
your
have
web
all these options, but just do one more. And it's a package in the bottom.
and it
Uh,
fills up the site. It makes it look like you just have more stuff, even though you're just rearranging it and changing things around.
exactly. I
Yeah.
like it. You
Yeah.
should get
It's good.
a FAQ page.
That would be helpful. Yeah, FAQ would be good. Yeah. Can you actually rent it automatically on the site? Like if you wanted to,
Oh, I'm pretty sure this one you can.
or do you
Yeah,
have to
it's
call them?
IO.
Okay, that's nice. I wish we could do that for the party, the wedding business, but that will never fly.
No, it starts getting aggressive,
I know.
especially with your payment structure and the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys are lucky.
let's see, tentland.co.
No, is that CA? That's Canada, right?
Oh, tentland.ca.
We have to talk Canadian, eh? A boot. I love Canadians. They're the best.
Professional. That's what this says to me.
Yeah,
Quick.
I love
Do our
the
rental,
house.
plan your event, get a quote. There's 3 buttons on here. Picture takes me nowhere. view our rentals because I want to view the rentals. Look at buttons. Look at all. Oh, that's interesting. Prices. All the prices and sizes. Quick. Here's our prices. Boom. You want to book an event? Book an event. You want to see what we're about more? You don't believe in us? Check out some photos. We're professional. That's what this says. I like that most of these are all the same size, except for like these. I guess I kind of like how it throws it off a little bit. Don't like how that's a separate size.
The bright cheery tent photos are great. There's a lot of like dark photos. Anything that's like inside a tent that's dark, I'd probably get rid of those or change them because
You don't need as many of these. You have enough good. I like where you're getting at.
Yeah, like pick your and you know what? Like when we started out, we had tons of crappy photos. So you use the best photos that you have at the time, and then as you grow, you just get rid of the bad photos. Only keep the good ones. Like I think that's every year. Every year around this time, I go through all of our social media and I get rid of like our because we're always growing. So you go and you're getting one step better, one step better, one step better. But we
This
keep
dude's got
erasing.
dude or girl has tons of
tense
photos for sure.
Nice.
They need. I would take his advice, and I mean, some of the like this one's fine because you do a light event. What you call it,
that makes
like a
sense.
night event.
Yeah.
But like this one, both of these, yeah.
Also,
This
like for
one,
me, for sales wise,
eh.
I try to get I don't know what kind of chairs they have, but I always try to show my best chairs and pictures because everybody knows you're gonna have the other chairs. But if you want to sell them, it's just an idea. It's just a preference. But overall, like, I really liked the front part of the page when they first came up with the house. I thought that the house added value to the photo because you could have a tent behind a shack. But I
All of
really
these
like
link out to individual diagrams with a fully loaded tent.
that's
Smart.
nice. That's helpful,
Yep.
especially for planners.
And it goes back to they do frame and pole tents, tables, chairs, linens. What's your extras? Yeah.
I'd say because of how cut and dry the site feels, I feel like it seems like it'd be a larger company. Larger companies are typically very cut and dry. Um, just a feeling that I get from it when I'm looking at it.
All right. Orlando Fun Bounce.
Orlando Fun Bounce. Orlando. That's fun.
It looks nice to me.
I mean, Fun Bounce. It was fun.
Universal Pictures. I love it.
I like the fun. It looks fun.
I love the colors in their logo.
Yeah, I like it. Feels fun. It feels like
Florida.
Yeah, it feels fun.
This looks nice.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of this Halloween stuff. More of the Christmas stuff. Or honestly, then again, it's that time of year. It's like you're just showing that you have Halloween. You have holiday stuff. So you are a holiday company. So maybe it's not necessarily too bad. If you had more Christmas stuff, I would put it in there. Or it's a debate, really. This is nice. You can just put this up here for the holidays. Let's see here.
And all that stuff's just opinions. It's just, everybody has opinions.
Yeah, that's the whole, like I said, this isn't really hard critiquing. You're not paying us or anything. It's just first opinions when you go onto the site. You look at holiday themes. Like, I don't even own any holiday inflatables. So, yeah,
wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
They're not a small company.
No. I'd almost feel like for first impressions, I'd almost want to have something in the front part of the page that showed that you're this big.
I think you should put bounce houses with the banners on them. I hate just banner only sites. It looks stupid.
because my instant impressions when I first saw it was this is a really I love the look of it. Looks really nice. It seems fun. It goes with the name, but you don't get the instant feel of how large the company is. I would prefer probably to know quickly that this is a larger company. But
Yeah, let me
but
see here.
but
Your
once when you
homepage
get
has
into
a
it,
lot
you
of
know that it's
categories.
larger.
The best way to do that in your homepage is have a ton of categories on your homepage. Yeah, you got a lot of categories on your
Yeah,
homepage.
this is good. I like the little video on the bottom. That's kind of fun. That's I don't know what it is, but it looks like it was made well.
That was probably made by Dave Lush. Let me see.
Welcome to Orlando Fun Bounce.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Those basic drawing ones from that one app. I know the one dude Dave was doing those for a while. Party packages. I love party packages. This is smart. I like all the universal pictures.
Here's something for you. For party packages, are you pro giving a discount because they got a party package, or do you lump it up and don't really give a discount? You just have it for easy
I
reference for
round
them.
it up to the nearest 20. I take it down or take it down to the nearest $25.
Okay, that makes sense. Sure.
And that is what I do for my discount. I feel like that's fair and reasonable for basically you getting all of the stuff in one
When
button.
when we did it, we'd actually upcharge it because we were like, well, we made the package for you for you. That's good. Yep.
I just want to like a little tip over the edge, one button. I see people spend more money on chairs and tables and getting extra tables and chairs in the package just because they feel like they get more than
They do. They feel like they get more in a package.
than not. So it's like it's just I don't try to go hard swings. I'm looking at trying to get people while I have their attention in the subject, and then just tip them over.
I will say, like weddings, you don't want to do packages because they always want to change your package, and it just makes it
I don't
terrible.
do weddings in general and stuff. Okay. I'll pull up my site. You can talk shit about it because we pulled everybody else's up.
All right. Well, you shouldn't have said anything because then I could have, then I could be like, this site sucks.
You know what my site is, don't you?
I've never looked at your site. No. Nope.
This is my website.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
clean. It's clean and busy at the same time.
It is clean. It just says I have a lot.
Do you do carnival? Do you do like casino stuff?
Not yet. I will.
You should, because that black and white, that black and red, it makes me feel like you do casino stuff.
There's a company that just does casino stuff here, and I sub rent to them. Some people ask about it, but I don't do just that. But
now, do you do okay? You do tents. There's your tents. Got it.
Oh yeah. So then, like, this is what I was talking about, how the buttons change.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have chairs, tables, LED furniture, tents.
So now these colors represent your area.
Huh?
That makes sense.
Red, white, and blue. Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense.
So like this background's custom in the background, so it's like I put a clear image over them. I don't know if you can see on your screens, but the clouds are moving in the background.
That's kind of cool. That's interesting.
But then all of the items, I just put a clear background and put them in there, and now they're all uniform to the same size. And I try to have, like, I'm just cheating because I know this one has enough pictures and video. I try to have pictures of every single one.
Oh, you have some crazy stuff.
Multiple pictures. And
is it a beer keg? What are you trying to promote?
This is a giant barrel of monkeys bounce house.
That's pretty sweet. See, I like
this
me
one's
personally.
Got
like
Josh Allen and Tim Kelly on it.
Where'd you get your barrel of monkeys bounce house?
That one I got used when I first bought my company. It's one of the first bounce houses I ever bought.
I like different. Like if it's different, I like different.
Let's see here. Here's all the Carnival stuff I just bought. I have to organize all these. I just read this page, so like
You're
they're
supposed
not
to buy my stuff off me. Where the heck?
I do need to come grab all the stuff off you. I just found out that my frame's rotted on my box truck, and that's going to cost me another $1,500 to get welded.
Oh man!
After I just sent it to another company to make sure it was DOT inspectable, and it wasn't. That's a whole nother story. It's just never ending. This year sucks. This time of year. But I gotta put all my more expensive stuff, except for my booths. I'm gonna leave my booths in the bottom. But I'm gonna put my more expensive stuff to the top of the site as far as Carnival games.
People have different like some people are pro, put the expensive on the top. Some people are pro, put the cheap stuff on the top on the top.
Accessory machines.
I am more of a shock them with the most expensive stuff, then go down lower.
Yeah. My one buddy explained it. Ryan Dahlstrom explained it the best. I thought I heard is like, if they're gonna be the cheapest, let them work for it.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Makes sense. And also, when you show your most expensive stuff in the beginning, it makes all the rest of the stuff they look at like they're not seem so bad. It actually almost feels like more of a deal.
So this is something I thought was always interesting. I did. So like nonprofit donations. I basically only like if we're gonna donate to nonprofits, I do it as if you first come first serve. So if you or not first come first serve, but basically if like you worked with us in the past year, at the beginning of every year, I will ask my guys if they have a nonprofit local that they want us to donate equipment to, who work for me.
Yeah.
So this way, like they feel that they're doing something too, and that's who I do my giveaways for. And then I have them be able to enter that giveaway when they call me for free stuff. I send them to this form. I
that makes sense.
Name, phone number, and email.
I like that.
So I started doing this. This was my idea.
Nice.
And then I have a employee form, and then FAQs.
Yeah, you have a pretty robust site.
Venue tab, because we're going to start putting more venues on this site.
So is that little character, is that supposed to be you, Justin?
No, this is Cannonball Carl.
Kind of looks like you a little bit.
I was nuts, man, as a kid. I used to shut bounce houses off when I was in them and stuff. Like I was bad, man. I love both of y'all's pages, Justin and Adam. I viewed them a few times, to be honest. Justin, is yours the custom one because it's very color specific to your branding colors, for what I remember. Adam, I love your professional photos. Like it speaks elegance, and I want to get into tents next year, which will ease us into the wedding industry, and I want that website to eventually look like yours.
Oh, thanks. Hey, if you want to buy tents at the end of August, I'm selling all of my tents, so good time to purchase it.
This person was probably talking about giving 5% off for their packages.
Packages, that makes sense.
So if I only have 60 chairs and 6 folding tables, selling packages are a better way to go about it. I just started. If you have 60 chairs and 6 tables, selling a package just allows you to sell them all to one customer. If you can rent all those tables and chairs to one customer for the same price to go in the multiple places, then yes. And packages help you do that. You don't necessarily have to discount it. I would discount it by like $10 or something. Like maybe one table or something. Like something small. A discount's a discount. People love to pinch pennies. Especially if they're only renting 60 chairs and 6 tables. Like, there's not much you can really offer besides like, hey, I'll give you, I'll give you the 6 tables and the 60 chairs, and I'll, maybe you'll throw in a delivery fee or something. If they're really hem and hawing, like this time of year, I'll do stuff like that. During the summer, I'll tell them to kick rocks. Like, because it's all about volume.
Everybody's different philosophy. I liked Adam Keller's philosophy. He's like, yeah, we'll give discounts over 50,000. He's like, and his idea is that it stops people from asking discounts, and it makes like their event that's maybe $4,000 that they think is really, really big, not seem as big when it's up against 50 grand.
I like that too.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. I know for us, like we've said that now we say, you know, if you do events with us over $100,000, you know, we'll give you discounts. So all that to say is we don't give discounts ever. Like it's you know, never.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the feedback. Tentland. Adam Opper, what are you selling? Do you have a list? You literally have a list on your website.
Yeah, I just put it up like maybe a week ago. So I've been building it. I have a bunch of stuff. So there'll be a lot of stuff being added on throughout the weeks as I keep going through stuff. So, yep. And most of my stuff is really good because we don't use it. You know, our trends last about 5 years, and each year we may rent out the same thing twice, 2, 3 times. So it doesn't get used very much.
So, everybody, go to partyrentalknowledge.com. Thank you for watching the video tonight. We're going to wrap it up here. We teach tips and tricks in the party rental industry every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Save your questions. We'll have some answers for you. Next week's video, I wanted to do I wrote it in my phone. Next week's video is on employees. So if you have some questions about employees, you want to talk about employees, let us know. We're here for you. We're here to answer your questions. One last question somebody put in. Hey, Adam, he's selling sailcloth tents in the video. In the video, he said he doesn't have any sailcloth tents.
Nope.
So, yeah, check out partyrentalknowledge.com. Like and subscribe. We're going to do this every week. Love every one of you. Stay safe, everybody.